issue we were just discussing is that there's space near Palmer Square.
And
But
there's
there
no
may or may
space
not be
elsewhere.
space.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's-
yes. No,
that's
I'm
where
not
it
taking,
goes.
I'm not going there yet, because then
Yeah.
that begs the next question. Where is, you know, what does the township have easements on, or land available, or access to, and all of that? I'm just saying that, you know, the solution isn't always as simple as it looks in one spot, right?
That
It
area
was just a matter
is
of
up
yeah.
is
what's
here.
available.
That's here. The Palmer, this is Palmer.
Right.
That's Target, so what we're talking about right here.
Right, where the flooding
Another
occurs.
property to think about is this one. That's the Mahoris Nature Area, which is owned by the township,
Right,
which acquired out of
Yep.
bankruptcy kind of thing. However, this property on the other side, which is actually in Middletown, this is the town line here.
okay.
This is I don't know, how big is that property?
You did.
50 acres or something that is in court with Middletown over
Okay.
a development proposal for hundreds of units,
Oh, geez.
which
How
won't
do you know why
help.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, that clearly, because Middletown, I believe, denied it, and then
They're going to court.
they're in court, and, you know, that, well,
Several times.
yeah, there's apparently 1 acre of that property's in Holmdel,
Right.
and that just complicates the whole thing.
So another useful map would be an overlay map on this map that shows what property is either publicly owned, easement property, undeveloped property, and you know,
Available.
available to do anything with, right?
Yeah.
All things being equal.
Yeah, because one discussion I had with Bonnie Hurd was about these older residential areas, which basically have nothing.
Right.
And
So what if
what
you
do
put
you
something
do?
in?
And, you know, he mentioned a couple of things, green approaches, and, I don't know, somebody, or maybe from the land rail, they said
Well,
around.
you guys are doing really good work. I follow the Rutgers.
Right.
There's,
That,
they're
you know,
looking at green
they
infrastructure.
put, instead of having like gut, yes, and Bonnie sort of agreed that in those areas, probably half of the impervious surface is from the streets.
Right.
You know, it's more the street than roof footprint of the house. So could you have swales next to the road instead of curbing it and having it run downstream immediately? But you're talking about areas that are not flat.
Right. Very helpful.
And, you know, how do you do swales and whatnot in areas like that? And Bonnie mentioned one area in northern Holmdel off of South Beers where they attempted to do a development like that. And the residents didn't want it. We don't want a swale in the front yard, we want grass. They filled
Right.
it all in.
Right.
And of course, it didn't work.
Didn't they do part of that on
Where's the Silver
Rural
Valley?
Avenue too, by the train station?
Yeah, so, yeah, how you do some of these things.
Right.
Retrofit them.
Okay. No problem. When do you expect to be, I know you said it's going to take potentially a couple months to collect the data. When do you feel like you will have a revised model?
Great question. Model development is very tricky.
Yeah.
Depends on how many problems I run into.
Yeah.
Ideally, this is also kind of combining into my thesis work, so ideally, I would like to, you know, the next graduation day I'm planning for Rutgers is October, so sometime before that.
Okay, great.
Shooting for like August, mid-August, that's the goal.
Good, awesome.
We looked up on the web today for the average rainfall in New Jersey, or for this neck of the woods, and the average, what you said was 46 inches a year. Now, we have a rain gauge at our house. We've had 30 inches so far, and it's not even half of the year up yet. But the thing that was striking was that Ralph noticed that the month that has the most rain is July,
Oh,
believe it or not.
there you
And we
go.
haven't gotten there
you were
yet.
worried about that.
But
I would never guess that.
Thunderstorms.
No, but if that
Because it
means
comes in
there's
such
going to be a
volume.
whole lot
Storm,
of
but
downpours for him to be able to check out.
Yeah, so you should have rains.
But more crummy days for the pool club.
Yeah.
Are you seeing
it'll be
these
open one
trends
day
across
this year?
the state?
Ask Kathy.
In terms of what? I mean, we haven't done a lot of these.
Well, no,
It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
With
Yes.
more runoff, more problems, more flooding issues.
Is it open every day yet?
There's obviously, well, it's not just
I've seen this
increase in impervious coverage, there's also limits to the Waackaack Creek and the Horse Brook. This, there's sediment has been running down, it's creating the streams to be elevated more. I can understand the left, but are you seeing that throughout the state, everywhere, or just is there a trend?
I mean, yes, this is a general trend, yes. I mean, we haven't done a lot of studies like this. We've done some, but
How many of these studies has the Rutgers team done?
again, I don't know.
Well, I don't
Started
know.
3 years ago, so we haven't done a lot of them. I'll just say that. We've done like a couple in recent years. So.
Would you recommend completing this before we start laying large impervious surfaces willy-nilly about Holmdel?
Yes, that would be smart.
Yes.
The great thing
Hypothetical question.
that's what's great about having a model. Once it's built, you can use it, right? So you could go back into this model, throw in some impervious cover, and see what happens.
why stop now?
Granted, right, new development, any new development that's not on top of existing impervious cover has to manage stormwater in a reasonable way, right? So if they don't, they need some lots of special permissions. They have to offset it somewhere else, right? So that should be happening in general, right?
I'm just not terribly comfortable with even the proposals we've seen in the past on Palmer, because
Well, they're
the
special.
last developer insisted they'd be able to handle all the runoff, and I thought, there's no way, what they were displacing and what they were going to be handling. I could not see how they made it work.
I mean, they're.
They did make it work, didn't they?
No, they didn't last time.
There's a lot of, the other thing about modeling is you can skew models too. So I'm sure there's, a developer who's really trying to make something work. Let's skew it a little bit in their favor. You can do things like that. It's just unfortunate that people take advantage. But, but that's why the township engineer is supposed to review all that stuff. So we're supposed to try to, it's not like, I don't want to speak on what they know, but it's not like they're specifically a stormwater engineer, so they're not going to catch everything. Like, come on. That stuff can fly through sometimes, I'm sure.
Now, one of the goals, once this model is complete, once you have your data and you have a completed report, one of the goals is to use this report to then go apply for grants to start solving the problems that are on 35, on Palmer, and more long-term solutions, not just little Band-Aid fixes. And that's something, then we can take this information and apply for federal aid, state aid, and that sense.
Yeah, especially when you show you're making efforts towards something.
Correct.
It's a lot easier to get grants.
And that's one of the goals here, and that's, I look forward, because those choke points, I think the environmental commission really believes that addressing those choke points and providing incentives to, for example, like AT&T to make their basins larger, putting more basins in the country woods area, slow the volume down, and that it's a more mobile approach to the problem. Hopefully that will be fruitful. Those efforts will be fruitful, I guess.
Yep.
They will. Right, Chris?
Right.
More green infrastructure, especially in the shopping centers there. We can apply some of that. I know that I saw one of Chris's work on one of his pages, what he did with shopping centers. There's ways to slow the runoff down. Maybe take some parking spaces away and put in something to slow the rain and the runoff and slow it down.
You're talking about Chris Abrupta? Or Chris Douglas?
No, Chris, you're Chris. You're not, you're Chris, but Chris, wrong.
Yeah. No, you're Chris.
Or you're,
Wrong, you're.
right, you're Matt, Chris.
Detention basins on Holmdel Commons, which is on the north side, south side of 35. And it's controlled by an outlet that controls the volume discharge at a very low rate. The detention basins on the other side of that development are no restrictions. So that's a possible target for improvement.
Right. I mean, something you could think about too is, even the existing detention basins, right? You could retrofit them into something that's, manages stormwater better, right? So, right now you need something like an infiltration basin that would infiltrate portions of water, right? So that would reduce the amount of volume that's going through, right?
So what's one example of how they do that? Like to make the current database better? How do we, what's one of the, how do we do
Right,
that?
so there's a couple different approaches, right? You could do, the simplest thing would be you could literally just, change the opening at the bottom of that basin, right? Remove it out, right? Essentially, so now, you hold a certain amount of water in that basin that'll infiltrate, right? Before you do that, obviously, you should do test the soil, make sure it'll infiltrate, check with the hydrology of the basin, because obviously the design of the basin didn't account for that, so that should be looked at. And then obviously you go further and say, all right, let's plant it with a bunch of vegetation, natural vegetation, that would help it take some more water too, right? Turn it into something more of a natural thing rather than just this artificial grass that we mow and just hold water, right? Great, it creates, it has other benefits, creates habitats and things like that, right? So multi-benefit.
Is enlarging an option, like digging it deeper or something like that?
Well, certainly, that's also an option too.
That's on the water table, Mike.
Well, yeah, that's
They have a device called, a manufactured device called thirsty duct, which takes the elevation of the pond and takes a discharge
I
point
assume it's about
and raises it.
Well, the whole long one.
just gonna hear that.
The whole idea is.
Something of that idea.
Yeah. If you raise it in the drain on a higher level, you got more water on the roof. It's all in place.
Exactly, so that's
Well, the fact that these three flow water, feet out.
Any questions from that?
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Now, this is a shy group, if you want to ask questions.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing from all of them.